With Apple's M4 chip now powering most of its latest devices, the tech world is already shifting its focus to what's coming next: the highly anticipated M5 lineup. Among the products expected to receive a major upgrade, one stands out: the Mac Mini. What improvements will Apple bring to the table this time? Could we see both an M5 and an M5 Pro variant? In today's video, we're breaking down everything we know so far about the upcoming Mac Mini and what to expect from its next generation upgrade. Toward the end of 2024, Apple finally introduced a much-needed redesign for the Mac Mini, marking its first major visual overhaul in nearly 15 years. The outdated, flat, and somewhat bulky chassis was replaced with a more modern, streamlined look. Closely resembling the Mac Studio, the new design is not only more compact but also lighter, while still offering an impressive range of ports and maintaining its reputation as one of the best value-for-money Macs available. The base M4 model comes with a starting price of $599 and is equipped with a powerful 10-core CPU, a 10-core GPU, 16 GB of RAM, and 256 GB of internal storage. However, if you're looking for even more performance, the M4 Pro begins at $1,399 and boosts your specs to 24 GB of RAM and 512 GB of storage. Both models have seen tremendous success, largely due to their sleek design and well-thought-out port selection. Flipping to the back, you'll find a variety of connectivity options, including an Ethernet port, an HDMI port, and 3 USB ports. If you choose the standard M4, those USB-C ports support Thunderbolt 4, while upgrading to the M4 Pro gives you the latest Thunderbolt 5 technology for even faster speeds. Moving to the front, you get 2 additional USB-C ports, which add extra convenience. The only real drawback? The power button is positioned underneath the device, meaning you'll need to lift the Mac Mini to power it on, an inconvenience for some. That said, its lightweight design makes this less of a hassle, and if it really bothers you, there are mods available to solve the issue. So what can we expect when Apple releases the M5 and M5 Pro chips? How much of a performance leap will they offer compared to their predecessors? Based on Apple's pattern, it's unlikely that the CPU core count will see a major increase. The M4 already features a 10-core CPU, so Apple may focus its improvements elsewhere. However, the GPU is where we could see some exciting upgrade. The base M2 and M3 chips both came with 10 GPU cores, and the M4 followed suit. With the M5, Apple might push this further, potentially increasing the GPU core count to 12, which would provide a noticeable boost in graphics performance. As for the M5 Pro, we might see even more substantial improvements. Apple could add 2 extra CPU cores, most likely boosting performance cores rather than efficiency ones, making the chip even more powerful for demanding tasks. Additionally, the GPU could see an upgrade from 16 to 18 cores, delivering better graphics capabilities. Of course, these are just predictions for now, and we'll need to wait for leaks, official announcements, and benchmark tests to get a clearer picture of what Apple has in store. One aspect that is unlikely to see any changes is the amount of RAM. Apple recently increased the base RAM configuration, so it's reasonable to expect that the M5 chip will continue to feature 16 GB as the starting option, while the M5 Pro is likely to begin at 24 GB. But what about storage? This is an area where Apple truly needs to push forward. The current base storage of 256 GB is beginning to feel outdated, and upgrading to 512 GB as the new standard would be a much-needed improvement. If Apple decides to make this move, it could also mean that the M5 Pro would start with 1 TB of storage, which would be a highly appreciated upgrade for power users. Now, the biggest question remains: when can we expect the M5 Mac Mini to be released? Apple's launch patterns have been somewhat inconsistent, making it difficult to predict. We initially got an M1 Mac Mini, followed by M2 and M2 Pro versions, but surprisingly, Apple completely skipped the M3 variant. A similar pattern was observed with the iMac, which launched with an M1 chip, skipped the M2 generation entirely, and then jumped directly to M3 and M4. Will the Mac Mini be upgraded with the M5 chip? We estimate there's around a 70% chance based on current trends. The Mac Mini has been a consistently strong seller for Apple, and they have little reason to skip over it again. On top of that, recent leaks indicate that production for the M5 series, including the standard M5, M5 Pro, and M5 Max, has already begun. If these reports hold true, we might see a refreshed Mac Mini hit the market as soon as the end of this year, possibly around November. However, if Apple decides to push back the release, it could slip into early 2026, likely landing sometime between January and February. When it comes to pricing, Apple recently introduced the M4 Mac Mini with a starting price of $599, so it's unlikely they'll make any drastic changes there. That said, as always, the moment you start upgrading RAM and storage, the cost will quickly add up. Now we want to hear from you. If Apple launches an M5 powered Mac Mini, will you be getting one? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. That's all for now, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.